What's going on, everyone? It's Tay, aka Slay, and we are up close and personal today because I am bringing you a requested review. Today I'm reviewing the Huda Beauty new Nudes palette. Now, I was hesitant to pick this up. When it first showed up on Trend Mood, I was like, those colors are never going to show up on my skin tone. Honey, some of the best looks that I have had have come from this palette. Look at the way it glistens in the light. It is so pretty, and these colors just pack a punch. They really do. Now, I was on Twitter this morning, as I normally am, and two of my mutuals were having a discussion about this palette. One was saying, please people tell me not to buy it. Another one was saying she wanted it too, along with another palette, and I jumped in to be a bad influence. I was like, buy it, because I love this palette so much, and I said I could do a review, so here we are. Let me read you the description of the Huda Beauty palette from the Sephora app. It says, the all-in-one eyeshadow palette consists of 18 highly pigmented shades ranging from flattering mattes to shimmer-drenched hues, and has everything you need to transform your lids. The carefully curated lineup is studded with easy-to-use combinations from soft berry to dusty copper, and rosy pink to golden taupe tones. The new Nude palette boasts a variety of game-changing textures and colors, balancing cool and warm tones to complement the best of both worlds. The new Nude palette includes 10 highly pigmented matte shadows formulated with aloe vera and coconut oil for butter-like application. 4 reflective shades feature shimmering pearl flecks for a gorgeous duochromatic finish. The 2 glitter formulas are infused with innovative silicones for advanced adherence, pigment dispersion, and luminosity. The pressed pearl shades combine with acacia, jojoba, and sunflower wax for a high shimmer finish that lays effortlessly on top of mattes, adding dreamy depth and dimension. The concealer base shade allows for flawless application and boosts shadows' pigment intensity. What I find really interesting about this palette is it does contain a concealer within the palette. Like, who does that? It's fantastic. This shade right here, Conceal. I've used it maybe once because I use a really good primer, and I'm not sure if it's like durable enough for you to cut the crease, but just to intensify the shimmer shades, it's a dream. So what I'm going to do, all of my makeup is already done, so what I'm going to do is create a look with this palette. I may dip into the shimmer shades. I found my glitter glue, so we may dip into the shimmer shades just a tiny bit, just to see what they look like on the eye. Now, my light is very bright, so it may distort the color. I will be posting my finished look on Twitter and on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on either platform if you want to see the look in better lighting. So we will consider this portion a tutorial. I am going in with my favorite brush for my crease, the Morphe M504. And we are going to be going into this shade here, Teddy, for the crease. Now, again, you may not be able to see it too well on camera because of my lighting, but this actually does add a nice wash of color to my crease. When I first got the palette and first got it in my hands, I thought that this would just melt into my skin, which it does, but I didn't think that I would be able to differentiate the color of the shade from the color of my natural skin tone. But it is actually very pretty. It is almost the perfect crease shade for someone of my complexion. Going in with the BH Cosmetics number 5 brush, and I'm going to go into this color here, Spanked.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These mattes blend wonderfully on top of one another. I know there have been a lot of palettes recently that when you try to layer mattes, you have problems with patchiness and skipping. Not so with this palette. The formula of this palette is amongst my favorites. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm actually going to lay down a base with Concealed. Just to make the colors pop. I am actually going out after this video, so I want my look to shine. I am so silly. Alright, so we have a nice even base laid down with concealed. Now I'm going to go in first with Fantasy. Now these colors, these 4 pressed pearls type of shades, Fantasy, Crave, Daydream, and Charmed, they are best applied with a finger, but for me, what I like to do first is I like to go in and lay down a base of the shade with a brush first. Then I take my finger, swirl it around in the shade, and pat that on top of it. Yes, we are living. One of the things I love about this palette, as any good palette should do, the colors and the color story play so well with each other. It's the one shade will amplify the next that you put on. I can't sing this palette's praises enough. Now I'm going to take a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade here, Daydream. Sorry if I'm blinding you guys. And I'm going to use that on the inner corner and bring it into the eye. Oh, even the shimmers play really well with each other. They layer on top of one another really, really well. Looks like my eyes have been kissed by fairies. For my outer V, the outer corner, I'm going to take a Morphe E17 brush, dip into the shade Love Bite. And what I like to do is dip into the shade quite a few times and then just pack it where I want it to sit. So dip and pack. Then once I get the concentration I like, just lightly buff it in towards the eye. If you want that nice smoky effect. I don't know, do any of you all have the experience where one eye is easier to work with than the other eye? This eye I hardly ever have problems with, but for my left eye, I always seem to have to work just a little bit harder to get shadows to blend, especially on this outer corner. I don't know what it is. If you have that experience, tell me in the comments below. Now, I'm going to take just a little dab of my glitter glue. I'm going to put it right in the middle of the eye. I'm not going ham up in here. And I'm going to take my flat brush, the BH Cosmetics number 7, and I'm going to go into the shade Infatuated. I'm going to press it right in the middle where we put the glitter glue. Oh my goodness. Ooh, can you see that on camera? Let me get up a little closer. Now, I have not played with these glitters before, so this is my first time. This is a real first time reaction. This is so pretty. There is a bit of fallout, which is to be expected because it is a glitter. I know when this palette was first announced, there were people that were afraid because of the glitter and because things looked really chunky and what happens if it gets into your eye. This glitter glue, this is the BH Cosmetics Base Booster. I have never had anything keep something in place so well. This is comparable to the NYX glitter glue that I also own, but I prefer this one for loose glitters like this. Oh, that is so pretty. That is extremely pretty. So we're gonna do the same to the other eye. I'm taking very, very little because I'm not applying the glitter all over the eye. Okay. Again, dipping into Infatuated. And we are just lightly tapping it on. So I'm gonna go back with my pencil brush. Go back into Love Bite. Kind of blend those together. As John McClane would say, we are trying to achieve seamlessness. Then I'm going to go in with BH Cosmetics number 5, blend everything out just a little bit more. And there we go. We brush out some of this glitter. Some of it has fallen down to my face, but it's so faint that I really don't have a problem with it. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera. I'm going to apply liner, some mascara, and maybe even some lashes for the dolls. And I will be back to give you my final thoughts. And we are back. This look is ultra dramatic for no reason. I'm just going to see Ralph Breaks the Internet. But you know, Slay Delvel's motto is be glam for any reason, every reason, or no reason at all. What I did is I added a little bit of liner, mascara, went ahead and smoked out my lower lash line with Love Bite and Teddy, added some lashes, and here we are. This is the finished look. One more time, I cannot recommend this palette enough. I absolutely love it. This is stunning. I don't know if I've ever been so proud of an eye look before. I absolutely live for it. So if you have the $65, this retails for $65, and I know that's a pretty penny for just 18 shades, glitter or no glitter, but if you do have the disposable income to pick up this palette, please do. I actually got it on sale. One of the reasons I bought it was because Sephora had one of their VIB Rouge 20% off sales, and I picked it up, so I shaved a little bit of coin off of my purchase. But if you can get it on sale or at full price even, go ahead, please pick this up if the spirit moves you. Those are my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts if you've used this palette below. Let me know if you plan on buying it after watching this review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know there are a million videos you could have watched today. I thank you for coming to Slay. Bye.